Talk.
Talk. Okay.
Okay, you can be heard. Dinosaurs on.
What's up? Here we are for the losers finals, I think. So this is team old school, I would guess. Yep, and team the best. A team which doesn't have that guy from Belgium on it, although it should do.
Okay, we're gone. Alright, we're going to go.
They've gone for an interesting choice, like the best, in putting KANG against Chef, because I feel like Chef is very good at beating up the new school players, because he's just got this kind of flowchart mentality when he plays, where he's just going to go for big damage, and I feel like they kind of struggle against that. But KANG seems to be doing all right here, mainly off like one big combo. And now we've got, like, this is going to be basically safety from LARS, and yeah, that against like Martin's gimmicks. So it'll be interesting to see.
But LARS is dominating this match by a bit now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He had to tag it down out quite quickly. But the thing about Asim, he picks his moments to attack quite well. A lot of backdashing, he doesn't really risk too much when he goes in for it. No,
he plays very safe. He does know when to go for like low jabs and things like this. I mean, I think he is the threat on that team. And I think you can see the best have held tag, so that Asim comes in first. I think this is a better lineup for them, because I think KANG's quite an aggressive random player, and he's kind of, I think he can capitalize on rage quite well. But
worst thing about Tekken, right? Yeah. I'll tell you now, it's not a game that favors momentum. All the 2D games, and that's mainly the difference between 2D and 3D after all. 2D games favor momentum. You can really get someone on a counter, hit something sudden, and then bang, you've got the momentum going, and that means a lot. In Tekken, you can have all the momentum in the world with no block damage and no sort of, I suppose, way to break guard, technically.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You can always get hit with one move, get taken to the wall, lose about half your bar. If you're in rage, 60 to 70%, and that's it. The game's turned just on a bad decision.
Yeah.
So that forces people to play in a very sort of, you know, they stop, no matter, even if they've got a lot of flow going, they'll stop and they'll start, and they'll stop and they start.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it does lead to a game that has a lot of shifts in momentum. Like we just saw, like there was a lot of, you know, at the beginning, like old school kind of winning that, and then the best started coming back, and then one big combo from Chef like brought it back again. And that was an excellent side step from Chef there. Oh, they've already broken the floor. Sorry, that's why it didn't go through. And Chef wisely decides not to get the opposing team into rage. And there's a patented KANG hop kick after standing up. Oh dear, looks like we have.
Boom.
Very nice punish there from Cobra Commander, and he's going to get the full combo. Yeah. Apart from the fact that Chef. Like
uncoordinated there.
Yeah, Chef always kind of like, always basically like a game behind when it comes to his combos. Like it took him a while, you know, Tekken 5 he was still doing Tekken 4 combos, and you know, Tekken 6 he was still doing Tekken 5 combos. And
that's a good question. What do you learn first, combos or tactics? I used to be combos, but I've shifted towards tactics first, then combos.
I don't know. I mean, I think you just need to learn the basic like premise of how to play, which is just like, I mean, as long as you first have the basic idea of move around, you know, hit them with something big. I mean, I think once you've got that down, you can get your combos. I mean, you can get your tactics down.
But I usually feel that a lot of Tekken players, or just games players in general, what they'll try to do is they'll fly into practice mode and just knock out the biggest combos they can, and then like their game is just a slow repetition of them trying to land those combos over and over again. And you can get found out quite easy there. That's the difference between, I suppose, the mediocre players and the players that do sort of win a lot, because those guys, they're more about the tactics, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And then the ones that are about true strategy, which is tactics that work against everything, they seem to do a lot better here. But as you see here, all 4 characters on the screen almost.
And is that going to be dead? No, it's not going to be dead, because
exactly what I was saying there.
Chunks.
Just swings in momentum straight away.
And I'm not sure how familiar. I'm not sure how familiar, and I think that's launch punishable by LARS, that move. So I don't think that Asim is that familiar. And you can see that he's tagged out KANG, and Martin and Cobra Commander and Chef actually get a full combo there. And I think they've got the lead here, but you know, high damage game, it can change in a second, and now this is going to be very dangerous.
This might be that.
I don't think it's going to be it, but
I think that was a bit of a let off there.
That was very dangerous. If he'd done a different,
and there it is.
who is in the lead here? I think, and Chef very wisely notices that his down forward 1-on-1 wasn't going to hit.
Now you watch one of Chef's main traits, right? When he gets low on energy, he needs to tag in. He won't tag, he'll do a tag throw to come in.
Yeah.
Now if these guys, I'm sure they've been playing all day, they're going to be well on that. That move has been, KANG has been living.
And that's the first game to Team
KANG has been stealing a living with that move for the last 2 years.
Yep.
That sweep.
Stealing a living. Heavily nerfed in this game. It's as you saw, it only kind of knocks them down, face down, feet towards now.
No combos.
So you don't. I don't think he actually gets anything guaranteed.
Do you know what though? Let's face it, right? Even if it is that counter hit, it knocks down or normal hit.
Normal hit knocks down, on counter hit it's the same as it always was.
That would do. That would do. As long as you're on the floor, he makes you decide again whether he sweeps you again or puts you in the air again. With a bit of positioning, that will do for me.
Yep.
I'm happy with that.
I think this setup is the one that favours Team the best the most, because I think Asim's very safe.
Look at the 1-2 jabs. You're going to see a counter or a duck coming soon.
He's not gonna give Chef that room for Chef to do his, Chef to get his offense going. But
one thing I've noticed about Asim, the way he plays, is that he uses sort of a lot of safe moves, and once you understand what to do against some safe moves, you can open him up a bit. It's always the style with those sort of players that once they do get rid of it, they can be opened up, just like almost like a good football team, you know?
Yeah.
Once
I think one of the problems with LARS is that he is so basic. That he has like so few actual he's just jab and down for one and this sweep and forward both punches, and just a very he's a very bare bones bread and butter character, and no throw break from Asim. Normally he's got a very good throw break rate. I'm not sure. This might have just been because he played me and KANG. Me and Lee for a few games, and he might be used to giant swing, and there is giant swing, and I think that's gonna hit the wall. And that's gonna be a lot of damage.
Just a quick reminder to everyone watching. Sorry to interrupt you there, Dano. It is actually 1-0 to Team Old School, but as I know nothing about Wirecast, I'm not going to even try and change the score, because if I do that I might actually lose the stream, and I'm not going to touch that. So it's actually 1-0 to Team Old School, so don't believe the hype as in the score, because it ain't 0-0. So sorry Dino, carry on man.
No, it's no worries. I mean, we see a nice low parry from Asim, and I don't know again if that's lack of knowledge against late. Oh no, but he shows that he knows how to sidestep the last hit of the rush punch, but if you do block the last hit of Lay's rush punch, it's launch punishable with most characters, including LARS.
I didn't know that. There you go.
The mid is safe.
We're seeing a similar start to this game as we did in the last.
Yep. And I think Martin could have finished that if he'd stayed down, and this is one thing that I feel kind of hurts Team the best, is that they tag a lot. And there's a lot of things in this game, when you tag assault people, they give you rage. If you tag out, you lose your rage. Rage is essentially also arrives on accumulated damage.
Right, okay.
If you take some damage, then tag out, then that damage isn't working for you anymore. Right. It's only the amount of damage you take every time you're in will lead to you getting rage.
Rayhan needs to be tagging out now. Tag throw. Even if the throw, that's clever. I like that. Even if the throw's escaped, he will still get the free tag because the animation is going to be going through the throw. That is very clever. I've got to say that's quite intelligent.
Very nice animation there from going to get out the running hits up from lane.
The obvious count for that is duck and juggle, but and he probably deliberately does a throw that actually has one of those animations and not a quick break.
Yeah,
that's not too bad tactics actually. That's one that everyone should probably pick up. That's something that's underused in Tekken as well, even in I suppose in Second 5 really, where the positional advantage you might get even though someone escapes your throw.
Yeah, there's definitely a few throws where they'll put if you got your back to the wall, you want to use those throws to get. They will switch you around. Some of them will leave you on the side. It's definitely a big advantage to not have your back to the wall, or to put your opponent's back to the wall.
Definitely. Even if they escape the throw, they're still at a disadvantage. That is completely underused.
So what I think that Team Old School needs to do well, I think that, and again we got these odd tags from
either they're trying to be that stylish or they're just basically.
I don't agree with because you see that without having lost that much damage, Chef is now on rage and he's a hot kick, but Martin, if Cobra Commander now comes in, now he's going to be on rage, and he didn't, and Chef didn't lose that much damage to get put in rage either. You know, we've got
but Chef is again, he plays his mentality is a Ratuti mentality.
Yeah.
But he's forgetting he's playing second because there you go, my man. You're blocking, I'm gonna.
He went for that forward for both punches again, and I think he's gonna die. Oh no, he's not.
Always trying to keep it. Sometimes you gotta stop and take stock. Maybe go for positional advantage instead of a frame advantage.
Yep. And that's an unfortunate drop from Cobra Commander there, but he still gets the low parry, and I think time is running out, and I think that Team the Best is ahead. I think Martin might want to start throwing out the forward 4-3s and the rush punches.
I think Martin's gonna. I did say I fancy a bit of a. Careful lad.
Very close, and I think Team the Best took it relatively narrow margin. I think
okay, there's been another error on the stream. Just sorry to interrupt again. Sorry, just
scores.
This isn't actually the grand final.
Oh no.
This is actually I think the losers final.
Yeah, this is losers final.
So just to let you know again, but I don't want to start messing with XSplit and changing it. And again, I would comment to people that are writing comments and answer questions, but that's going to involve me pressing buttons, and I'll stick to the games for that.
So that's one of Roger's buffs for I think tag 2. He's got his 4-4-2 now combos on counter hit. But we've got another. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for this round. I think Team the Best have definitely taken this one over. I think Old School. Yeah.
So we're looking at 1-1 here.
Yeah, I think this.
Oh no, we're not. We're looking at 2-1.
We are looking at 2-1, but it is not. It is not yet. I think the problem with Old School, particularly Martin. I think he's not taking enough gambles against Asim. He's not. Need to enforce things like raise, play, sweep, and that move. He seems to be more comfortable doing it against KANG and going for throws and this kind of stuff. But against Asim, he seems a bit more uncomfortable. Like he's more just using rush punches.
Probably familiarity.
I think he is worried about LARS. I think because he doesn't really feel comfortable with that character, and you can kind of see why. And and he has to get out. And there's a strong life lead here for Old School, but Asim has proven that, has shown that he doesn't really struggle against Chef.
These combos,
that should be do it.
Done.
Yep. So Old School proving they still got something left in the tank. Get another round, get around on the board. See, he's definitely playing a lot less worried against KANG.
He's got to open KANG, clean up there, take him for as much as he can.
Yeah.
Force the tag, punish that tag, and hope to God that's enough.
I think we haven't seen the ground break for this.
Oh, okay.
Normally, for this particular game, normally it breaks pretty early, but I think it's possibly because people are just doing tagathon combos all the time. And
that's LARS. LARS got a full bar as well.
Yeah, this is it.
And that will do it. We're at 2-1.
2-1 to Team the Best.
So this is losers final, so we're looking at.
I think we are.
So Team Old School staring at elimination here in this little preliminary for the Tekken Tag tournament tomorrow. So tonight we're gonna have to turn this entire hall around and put everything upstairs for Tekken Tag 2. No one doing any setups tomorrow. So for any Tekken players that are coming tomorrow, the front of the stage here will be all Tekken Tag 2. The left-hand side at the back will be Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and the right-hand side at the back of the hall will be for King of Fighters 13. We've got some ghouls upstairs watching the Capcom 25th anniversary tournament on their iPads, using the wireless here. I have no idea what's going on in that at the moment because I just haven't had time to look at it. But Californian times, 8 hours behind us.
Yeah.
8 hours behind, so I think I'll have plenty of time to watch it when I get home. So by the time I get home, it's like now 1 o'clock. Sit down, but forgetting about that, going back to the game as well. You've got a bit of a more cautious way hand.
Yeah, he goes for that forward punches again. I think he's getting too happy with that. And I think that was down here, that was 93. Quite up on that.
That is right. But how would you escape that? I heard someone typically tried to block the ball move around him, but there are
definitely a lot more. There are definitely fast times going down. They were very strong.
Martin's got
yeah, the thing is that Wu-Tang often relies on people freezing at the end of the match, and Martin's not going to go for one, he's not going to do that.
But he's going to do the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. And have we actually gone through the round? Oh, that's a very nice point. Okay.
I don't think we have see the ground with defense.
I think we definitely would have gone through that. Yeah,
must have,
yeah. Very nice punishment, that's it.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I think this is definitely old school for us matchup, but Chef reads that down back four very nicely. He's going to carry Asim to the wall. Solo combo.
Oh, he's going
a bunch of damage in this game.
I think he's looking for a throw to get out. Oh, yeah. That's really put my trouble there.
Yeah, and it also takes away his range when he gets back. But he's going to be able to get a good combo. He missed his combo there, but then back roll.
Wu-Tang was scared as hell.
Yeah.
I'll get him out right.
Okay. So it was an interesting, it was a good gamble there from Martin at the end of the round, because he went for up 4-3, and he thought that I think he thought that Asim would try and risk getting a big, Asim would try and risk like setting up a big punishment for when if he tagged out, but Asim just waited, punished him accordingly, and that was that round. But I think this is definitely a lot more competitive than the last like game we had, which was just basically blowouts and team best.
Done.
That's it, trying to establish off the jab again. I mean, this is the thing, like, I feel like, and that's a very nice, I like that punishment he does. That's the sides, that is the correct way to get around the Razor Rush with the right kick ender, and this is going to be it. And 2-1, and Team Old School have one round. They've got to win this one. Yeah, I quite want to see you on top as well. And Chef blocks his combo there. I think it was the strange angle on Chef. Yeah, Wu-Tang has a tendency to press up when he's back down, but I think this might be it. I think this is it. Done. No, it's not. They blocked their combo. Team Old School is alive and has a life lead, I believe.
I'll tell you what, Wu-Tang doesn't want to get hit, but he knows if he tags out and gets hit,
and that's a great throw
around. There's some banner between them there.
They are still alive. And if I was Old School, I'd be holding tag, so Martin started against Asim. Asim fluffed his punishment there, maybe a bit of nerves.
So Asim's definitely the power of the team here.
Yeah.
Okay, Ray has to twist on to get hit. Take the combo.
They thought that they might, because Asim on the ground might be able to tag safely, but that is not the case.
Excellent. I don't very nice. Well.
But now he's lost his range because he got hit by a tag assault combo when he came in, but he's taken a ton of life there, and he's going to beat.
And that will do it.
He's going to take it. That's an excellent comeback from Old School, and
alright, we can clearly see the fans' favourites, and we're at 2-2.
Yep.
Alright, I just want to tell you quickly, don't believe the scores, but I'm just not going to play around with these Wirecast backgrounds.
Yeah.
I cannot afford to mess this one up, because I'll lose everything.
So, like both teams laughing, seem to be having a good time. So,
alright, we're at this is the end of it.
Yeah, I think a lot more confidence there from Rayhan. He goes forward. He's mixing Asim up with a lot more confidence than he was before. He's playing, this is kind of vintage Chef, but that's one of the ways you deal with that down forward 1-1 string, is you backdash out and you punish. But Wu-Tang came in and tried for while standing 3-3s, hit him on the ground, and Chef hit him between the hits. And Chef playing with a lot of confidence now, I think. I think that last comeback was a big...
Rayhan's a confidence player, he's like... but again, you can't play momentum in these games. You will get bumps, man, if you just keep rushing.
And I think,
and that was it.
And Cobra Commander has clocked on to the fact, I think, that Wu-Tang is trying to hop kick out his stances.
Yep.
And Asim in turn shows that he knows how to deal with aggression, which is sidestep into arc blast. And that's another non-breakthrough from Asim. Very kind of uncharacteristic, I think.
Oh, that was close,
Yeah.
That knee hits and that round's over.
Yeah, another hop kick from
I think that's it. I think they've got him on the rack here.
I think Wu-Tang's starting to throw out a bit too much. Yeah, see, he's trying to punish all these things with hop kicks. And I think
can't tag, can't do anything.
No throw break.
Oh, what a teething thing to do. Throw someone.
Team Old School.
And that's the round. Good comeback.
It's not
good
the round
play.
yet. It's not the round yet. But
I'd
it is
say
now.
that's done.
And this is Team the Best is on the ropes. Like this is a turnaround because they were getting absolutely spanked.
Just a quick reminder to anyone. Sorry, Dan, it's quite again. Just a quick reminder to anyone who's coming on. Okay, Team Old School consists of Rayhan, TheChef, and Martin, Cobra, commander of Snakepit fame, and Team the Best. We have KANG, winner of 2 Snake Pits with his team, and we have Asim, winner of 1 Snake Pit with his team. And both as team captains. We actually have 4 team captains.
Very nice low parry there. Now what can Chef do? Because there's a big life lead here for Team Old School, and they've got all the momentum in the world. And Asim has been mostly taken out here. He's on a very low life, and KANG goes for the. I think he's panicking. He's going
I think
for
the decline of Asim in this match has been the telling factor in the conclusion of this match.
Yeah, I think KANG is starting to go for and they're starting to do the panic tags again.
Okay, Rayhan, keep your head. I can notice him moving around a lot of German players. He's realising that he's close to doing it.
Asim's bringing it back. I think the life level's about equal, but that's going to be it for Old School.
That will do it.
No, it's not.
Take a step back.
And that's a comeback and a half.
Loses final there. Won by Team Old School. So they should take a seat because they're in the grand final now.